Get ready for a massive shift in the world of golf. England's Aaron Rai has made an expected decision just 24 hours after capturing his first major title at the PGA Championship. We dive into everything you need to know about this historic victory and what it means for the sport right now. To rethink the structure of signature events after Aaron Rai's triumph, arguing the current limited field model is stifling true talent. And finally, the weirdest story of the PGA Championship week just got even stranger. We explore the fallout as Garrick Higgo splits with his caddy following a controversial two-stroke penalty, and we wrap up with all the breaking golf news you need right here. England's Aaron Rai has withdrawn from this week's CJ Cup Byron Nelson at TPC Craig Ranch, less than 24 hours after achieving a historic milestone by capturing his first major title at the PGA Championship. Rai announced his withdrawal on Monday morning following his emotional victory at Aranemink, where he became the first Englishman in over a century to win the PGA Championship. South Korea's Seung-yeol No has stepped in to replace Rai in the field, arriving in Texas with a ranking of 370th and struggling with recent form on the Korn Ferry Tour. Rai's PGA Championship triumph was a career highlight, sealed by a stunning final round performance. He shot a 65 in the final round, finishing 9 under par and securing a 3-shot victory over Jon Rahm and Alex Smalley. His performance included draining a remarkable 70-foot birdie putt on the 17th, and parring the final hole to claim the Wanamaker Trophy, featuring an astonishing 182 feet of putts in the final round. This victory marks a historic moment for English golf, as Rai became the first Englishman to win the PGA Championship since 1916 and 1919, and ensured European players have secured the opening 2 men's majors of the season in the modern era. Following his success, Rai is taking time to celebrate with family and friends before returning to the tour later this month. He shared an emotional tribute to his wife, Gorika Bishnoi Rai, emphasizing her crucial role as a support system for his game and strategy. Meanwhile, the CJ Cup Byron Nelson field remains strong, led by world number 1 Scottie Scheffler, who is defending his title. Other notable competitors in the event include Jordan Spieth, Si-Woo Kim, and Brooks Koepka. English golfer Aaron Rai secured his first major title at the PGA Championship on Sunday, but the victory came with an immediate and substantial financial consequence, as he is now facing a reported tax bill of $1.7 million. Rai achieved a remarkable final round, shooting a 65 to finish 4 under par at Aranemink Golf Club, while the rest of the field struggled. The win marks a historic moment, as Rai becomes the first English golfer to capture the PGA Championship since 1919. The tournament itself featured intense competition, with stiff challenges from players including Matty Schmid, Justin Thomas, and a brief appearance by Rory McIlroy. Rai was noted for his characteristic habits, including sporting 2 gloves and using iron covers, traits he has maintained throughout his career. The 108th PGA Championship featured a record prize purse of $20.5 million, an increase of $1.5 million from the previous year, with the first-place prize reaching $3,690,000, a career high for Rai. While Rai's overall career earnings exceed $13 million, a significant portion of that total was derived from major championships. Despite hailing from the West Midlands, Rai is based in Jacksonville, Florida. As a Florida resident, he is expected to owe approximately $1.7 million in state taxes, though this figure is subject to change. Federal tax implications are also significant, with the top U.S. individual tax rate of 37%, suggesting that between $1.3 million and $1.4 million could be withheld for the IRS, excluding standard deductions and agent fees. Additionally, Rye will be subject to Pennsylvania's flat state income tax rate of 3.07%, which is estimated to add roughly $113,000 to his federal liability. While professional golfers typically pay their caddies between 10 and 15% of their winnings, meaning Rye's caddy could expect around $369,000. Rye is also set to account for travel and coaching expenses as deductions against his taxable income. As the final round approached, Rye was joined by his wife, Garrick Higgo, who has previously caddied for him and is an accomplished professional golfer herself, competing on the Ladies European Tour. Bishnoi has secured 8 victories on India's Hero Women's Pro Golf Tour and has added a major championship to her resume after securing a PGA Tour win in 2024. Aaron Rye's stunning victory at the PGA Championship has ignited fresh debate regarding the PGA Tour's signature event structure. CBS Sports analyst Johnson Wagner has directly called on PGA Tour CEO Brian Rollup to expand the fields for these events following Rye's historic win. The 31-year-old from Staffordshire achieved a monumental feat by becoming the first Englishman in over a century to capture the PGA Championship title. Rye sealed the Wanamaker Trophy with a masterful final round at Arranimink Golf Club, executing a crucial 70-foot birdie putt on the 17th before pairing the final hole to secure a 3-shot victory. His final round score of 65, finishing 9 under par, placed him ahead of LIV golf star Jon Rahm and PGA Tour professional Alex Smalley. This win holds significant historical weight, marking the first time in the modern era that European golfers have won the opening 2 men's majors of the season. Rye's performance was exceptional, including an astonishing 182 feet of putts during Sunday's round, representing the finest performance of his career. Wagner praised Rye's dedication, noting that the course setup was perfectly suited for him, contrasting it with the performance of other players. However, Wagner used the occasion to critique the current signature event model, which features heavily restricted fields of 72 players. He argued that Rye's ability to compete and win outside these elite, limited field events proves that talent transcends current ranking structures. Wagner stressed that if a player is capable of winning the PGA Championship, they should be included in the field for the $20 million prize. He suggested that expanding fields, perhaps to 120 players, would be beneficial. Rye's victory has significantly boosted his standing, lifting his world ranking to 15th and securing his spot in upcoming signature events, reigniting the conversation about the exclusivity of the PGA Tour's major tournaments. The PGA Championship week has seen further developments following a controversial penalty handed to golfer Garrick Higgo. Higgo, the 27-year-old South African, was penalized 2 strokes for arriving late for his opening round tee time at Arranimink. According to a Golfweek report, the incident led to a split between Higgo and his caddy, Austin Goddard, who reportedly urged Higgo to hurry. Higgo has since replaced Goddard with Nick Cavendishpel, a former partner with whom he previously worked, including in 2021, when Higgo secured one of his first 2 PGA Tour titles at the Palmetto Championship. Video footage from the PGA Championship, which was analyzed by ESPN, highlighted Higgo's demeanor before his 7:18 a.m. start, showing little urgency on the practice green. Goddard was observed pleading with Higgo to expedite his departure to the tee box. Despite arriving between 7:18 and 7:19, an attending official assessed a 2-shot penalty against Higgo for violating Rule 5.3a concerning tee time arrival. Despite the penalty, Higgo's performance on the challenging course did not sustain. He recorded a 1 under 69, a score that should have been a 67, which would have tied him for the first-round lead. Later, on Friday, Higgo struggled, shooting a 76 to miss the cut by 1. Following his round, Higgo attempted to address the lateness with the media, offering a nuanced explanation. I was there on time, but the rule is if you're 1 second late, you're late. So if you think about it, I was there on time, if you know what I mean. Looking ahead, Higgo and Cavendish Pell are set to resume their partnership at the CJ Cup Byron Nelson, scheduled to begin later this week in Dallas.